Hello, my name is Rayanne Salter from Minding My Books. This video will cover the features of Advanced Inventory found on Intuit's QuickBooks Enterprise Platinum Edition. This video can be used as a tutorial for those that already have the software or as a demo for those that are looking to purchase the software. In this video, we will look at how QuickBooks Enterprise Advanced Inventory works with multiple inventory locations, serial and lot numbers, FIFO, barcodes, site operations, and landed cost. To allow me to keep making my tutorials, I simply ask that you hit the subscribe button. It is totally free. When you do hit the subscribe button, along with the notification button, you will be alerted when I put out a new video to help you with your QuickBooks software. If you have already purchased the software and would like to see if I can save you more money on your current subscription, contact me and I will see what I can do. If you have not purchased the software and would like a demo or a consultation on buying the software, then contact me. Minding My Books can meet or beat any price out there. Minding My Books is an Intuit reseller company and QuickBooks solution provider. We specialize in QuickBooks Enterprise and have been around for many years. Being a reputable company, you will find it beneficial to work with us. We have experience in most markets, including construction, wholesale distributing, retail, manufacturing, HVAC, and many more companies. Contact me by email if you have questions concerning QuickBooks Enterprise. Now let's get to the video. First, we'll make sure that the multi-location inventory feature is turned on. We'll choose Edit, Preferences, Items in Inventory, Company Preferences, click on the Advanced Inventory Settings button, and we'll make sure that the multiple inventory sites feature is enabled. We'll also check the row and shelf and bin option. Click OK. One of the first things you'll want to do is define your inventory locations. Click on Inventory Assemblies. This is where you can define up to 1 million inventory locations, sites and bin locations. To create a new inventory site, we'll choose New. We'll give the site a name. We can give it a description. If we have a site contact, we can fill in that information, and we can fill in the address details. If we're defining a location within that site, we'll check this box and we'll choose the inventory location and then give the site a name. Go ahead then and click OK. Now you can also set inventory reorder points by location. To do that, go to the items list. We will double click on an inventory part. Then we'll choose the inventory site info button for that particular inventory part. This is where I can define the reorder point for this particular inventory part. And with multi-location inventory, we can purchase inventory for a particular inventory item. I can then receive that inventory It automatically fills in that inventory information, and at this time I can either assign it to an unassigned location or add a new location where I'd like to receive that inventory. I can then sell my inventory and choose the site that I want to sell that inventory from. Notice it already chose my default location. And I can easily see where that particular inventory part may be available. I mentioned earlier that you can transfer your inventory between inventory locations. This would allow me to choose the location that I want to transfer from. I can choose the location that I want to transfer to. Then choose the items that I would like to transfer to that particular location. Then we can go ahead and save and exit. So with the multi-location feature, you also get multi-location reports. So you'll be able to see sales by inventory site, next, you'll see items by bin location, you'll see a quantity on hand by inventory site, you'll see an inventory by valuation summary by inventory site. You can see an inventory stock status by site report, and if you're doing manufacturing in QuickBooks, you can do a pending builds by site. Let's take a look at the serial number feature within QuickBooks Enterprise. For serial numbers, again, we want to make sure the feature is turned on. So we'll go back to Edit, Preferences, Items in Inventory, Company Preferences, and then the Advanced Inventory Settings. Go to the serial lot numbers. We'll make sure we have enabled the lot or serial numbers. Then we'll choose a serial number feature. This will allow you to choose which forms you want serial numbers to be active on, and this will allow you to tell the system if you want to be warned when a serial number is blank, if a serial number is a duplicate, or if a serial number does not exist in inventory. Go ahead and click OK. Once a feature is turned on, you'll receive serial number items from a vendor. We can go ahead and add the serial numbers at that time. Now this feature will allow you to get serial numbers in a number of ways. If you have serial numbers in a barcode, you can barcode in the number, or if you have them in Excel, as I do here, you can simply copy and paste the items directly into this field. I can also type them into this field, separating them by a comma. Let's go ahead and go back to the home page. I can then sell a serial item number to a customer. We'll go ahead and choose Create an Invoice. Then we will choose a customer. Then we will choose an item code. Then we'll choose the inventory location and choose a serial number that I'm selling to this particular customer. If I were selling more than one, I could select the number of serial numbers that I'm selling. Now, if that customer would have returned that inventory item for warranty purposes, I could easily find it in the system by looking for the serial number. Let's go into Edit, find serial number. Here I can look for all or part of the serial number, or I can find the customer and the invoice where I sold that particular item. And I can also see who I purchased that item from. Now I could also run a report by transaction list by serial number. And again, this would not only allow me to see that particular item, that particular serial number too, and where it was purchased from. If I use that number and assembled item, it would show that there too. Now we'll go ahead and go back to the home screen. You can transfer serial number items from one location to another. We'll go ahead and choose the sites that we want to transfer. Then we'll choose an item. We'll choose the quantity to transfer. And then we will choose the number of the serial numbers you wish to transfer. To add serial numbers to the items you already have in stock, you'll do an inventory adjustment and change the adjustment type to serial number. You'll choose your inventory location, you'll choose your item, and this will allow you to add serial numbers to items you already have in stock. Now we'll go ahead and click OK, and we'll go back to the home screen. Other reports that include serial numbers, you can run a serial numbers in stock report. And you can run a serial numbers in stock by site report. Now let's take a look at the lot number feature within QuickBooks Enterprise. First, we're going to make sure that the lot number feature is enabled. Again, we can choose the forms we want to enable the lot number tracking and warn you if a lot number is blank or if a lot number doesn't exist in inventory. We'll go ahead and click OK. And again, when you purchase inventory from your vendor, you need to go ahead and enter your vendor, enter your item, the quantity, and the site. You'll enter the lot number that's assigned that item. If you receive more than one lot, then you'll enter multiple lines. And we'll go ahead and save and close. When you sell that item to a customer, click on the Create Invoice, enter the item, the site location, and the lot number of your item that you wish to sell. And now we'll go back to the home screen. For recall purposes, if I needed to recall that item with that particular lot number, I could run a transaction list by lot number report. You would enter the item, then choose the lot number. This report will show me who I sold it to, who I purchased it from, and again, if I used it in an assembly. I would see that information here as well. Now we'll go ahead and go back to the home screen. Now to add lot numbers to items that you already have in stock, again we'll do an inventory adjustment. Go to Inventory Activities, Adjust Quantity Value on Hand, then I'll choose the type of adjustment, which will be a lot number. We'll choose the item. We'll choose the inventory site. Then this will allow me to add a lot number to the quantity. And then we'll go ahead and we'll save it. Again, with lot numbers, we can transfer lot number between sites. Go to Inventory Activities, Transfer Inventory, choose the site to transfer from, then choose the site to transfer to, choose the item number, then the quantity to transfer, then that will allow me to move 50 of this particular lot from the distribution center to the Atlanta warehouse. And we'll go ahead and save this also. The additional reports that are included with lot number tracking include the transaction list by lot number, lot numbers in stock report, and the lot numbers in stock by site report. Now let's take a look at barcode capability right within QuickBooks Enterprise. First, we're going to make sure barcode capability is enabled. Then make sure barcode scanning is enabled. You can also import barcodes using the barcode wizard. If you have barcodes located in another field within QuickBooks, you can tell QuickBooks where that field is, and it will automatically copy the barcodes into the correct field. Or if you don't currently have barcodes in QuickBooks, QuickBooks can generate those fields for you. Okay, now let's go ahead and go to the home screen. You can also add the Add Edit Multiple List Entry feature to import barcodes directly into QuickBooks. Go to List, Add Edit Multiple List Entries, choose Inventory Parts. Then you can copy and paste barcodes if you have them in Excel, or you can scan them directly into this view. Once your barcodes are entered, you can use the barcode capability to purchase from your vendor. We'll go into a purchase order and we'll enter in the vendor name and we'll enter in an item. And if I choose the same item multiple times, QuickBooks will increase the quantity. And if I choose a new item, QuickBooks will add that item to the next line. You can also sell your inventory. We'll choose a customer job and select your items that you wish to sell using the barcode scanner. As we scan the item multiple times, it will increase the quantity. And if we scan the next item, it will add the item to the next line. I don't have an example of a serial number on a barcode, but you can also scan the serial number using the barcode scanner. Now, in QuickBooks Enterprise, you can also transfer inventory using a barcode scanner. Go to Inventory Activities, Transfer Inventory, and go ahead and fill out your form. Then you can go ahead and scan your barcode and or serial number to transfer your items. It's as easy as that. As I mentioned, you can print inventory reports with barcodes. Here's an example of an inventory price list that I customized to include the barcode image. Alright, now we'll go ahead and go back to the home screen. We'll take a look at FIFO inventory in QuickBooks Enterprise. We can go ahead and click on the FIFO tab and check to use FIFO. and then choose the date in which to start calculating FIFO. FIFO isn't really a feature I can show you, but I would encourage you to do is to read the help index, which explains FIFO inventory. Turning on FIFO will affect the following reports: inventory valuation, balance sheet reports, and profit and loss reports, based on the date you chose to start calculating FIFO. First, we will start with the Site Operations section. This Site Operation tab includes several options. This Site Operation tab allows you to turn on the Sales Order Fulfillment Worksheet and the Purchase Order Management Worksheet. You can also add a supported mobile scanner or Android phone for warehouse usage. These worksheets provide a single location to view the status of all applicable orders. Let's enable the Sales Order Fulfillment Worksheet so I can show you how it works. On the Dashboard tab of the Sales Order Fulfillment screen, it will show you the tabs up top, which will show you all the sales orders. You can also sort by open sales orders. You can see the picked sales orders, the packed sales orders, and any shipped sales orders. We'll go back to the all sales orders. In the next section, you can search by your customer name or your sales order. So if I just type in here Sheboygan, it will bring up everything with Sheboygan. Or if I want to search for a specific sales order, it will show every sales order that relates to those numbers. You can also search by sites. You can also search by fulfillable status. And you can also search by a specific time frame. And the information in the columns shows the sales order number, the date of the sales order, the customer name, the shipping address, the number of items that are in the sales order, and then the status of the sales order, the ship details, and then the site, the warehouse location, and whether the sales order is fulfillable. If it's not fulfillable, then you're not able to move forward with picking or packing the items. And then action is the last one. If you want to choose multiple sales orders, you can choose it for batching. Your options for that is to send for picking, send for packing, send for express pick and pack, or mark as shipped. Okay, let's show an example of a sales order right now. Let's pick this one here for, we'll just pick this 10129. We'll choose our action, which is the send for express pick pack. So here we have the item check marked. Shows there are 5 to be fulfilled, and it shows here that there are 35 available. I'm going to click in this blue box. It will bring up the item. It will show all the different inventory sites and the quantity on hand at each site. Then you will see onto the right hand side it will show all sites, and then it shows Sheboygan because that's the site that's chosen for this sales order. It'll show the quantity on sales orders. It'll show the quantity reserved for assemblies if there are any. And then you can also see details, so any sales orders that are out there, any pending bills, or any purchase orders. You can also choose to show the details for the selected site only. We'll click close. So as you can see, this is fulfillable, and I'll click next. And here is where we would add any notes. So talk to Steve before packing. And then you can assign your packer, which we will assign Rayanne. Then you have your choice to either send to device, or you can just print your Express Pick Pack list manually if you don't have a device. I'm going to be using my Android device just to show you how it works on your mobile barcode scanner. I'm going to click Send to a Device. Then it tells you that your sales order has been sent to your Express Pick Pack to your device. Click OK. Okay, so now that you look at the sales order, you will see that it was sent for Pick Pack. I've connected my Android phone to demonstrate the pick and pack process. From the QuickBooks Desktop app, choose Warehouse. Here I can start the process to perform cycle counts, pick, pack, or express pick pack for sales orders, or receive purchase orders. Any items assigned to me are shown in each category along with unassigned orders. I am going to choose the Express Pick Pack option. This screen shows the number of sales orders directly assigned to me. Each order will display the customer's name, shipping address, sales order number, any notes, along with the total numbers of items to pick. You can choose the Unassigned tab to assign any unassigned sales orders to yourself. I will tap on the first sales order. A message will come up to assign this pick and pack to yourself. I will choose Yes. This order is now showing under My Assigned tab. To start the pick pack process, I can choose the first sales order on my screen or search by customer name and/or by site. I will tap on the first order on my list. The customer name appears on the top of the screen. The item number with a short description, bin location, and quantity to pick shows in each item box. I can sort my items by bin, item, or status, and click to choose ascending or descending. If I have a barcode scanner such as a Zebra TC25, I can start by scanning. Since I only have one item, I will choose that one. This screen shows the quantity assigned, item number, item description, barcode number, and bin location. Enter the quantity picked by using the plus or minus buttons or by simply entering the number in the box. I will enter 5 and then click Pick. You will repeat this step for each item in the pick list. Once that is complete, choose Proceed to Pack. A pop-up box will ask to confirm that you want to proceed because the picked quantity cannot be modified later. Choose Yes to confirm. This screen will show the shipping address and a summary of all your items from the pick list. Choose which items to pack. Next, choose Add to Package if weight, dimensions, or notes need to be added. I will enter 5 pounds and the dimensions of 24 by 24 by 12. Enter any notes pertaining to your order. I will enter Expedite Shipping. Keep in mind, you can have multiple packages for one order, or you may not even use the Add to Package feature if you don't ship your products. Once that is complete, click OK. Click Done once finished with packing. A dialog box will pop up asking you to confirm that your pick and pack is complete. I'll click Yes, and you can see that the information is syncing back to QuickBooks Enterprise software. with confirmation that your task was completed. Choose Go to Task to continue with the rest of your orders. Let's take a look at the sales order fulfillment screen in QuickBooks Enterprise. The orange flag shown on any of the top tabs means that there is new information to update. I will click the Express Pick Pack tab to update my sales order. Choose a line item to update the sales order. You have two options in the status section to either view the pick pack list or print the packing slip. I will view the pick pack list first. On the top left-hand corner, you can search by item number or by packing status. On the top right, you can see any notes sent from your warehouse worker. You can also refresh your screen if needed. Your item number, description, sales order number, customer name, bin location, to pack and packed quantity, pack status, and if there were any issues with the sink are shown in the details section. The only field that can be edited is the packed quantity field. In the bottom left, you will see the number of packages and can choose to edit or remove the information. If you choose to edit, a dialog box will appear allowing you to delete a package or add a new package. Once you are finished with your choices, select OK. I will choose Update Sales Order to show the changes in QuickBooks. You will get a message stating that the next step is to ship. To print your packing slip, choose Print Packing Slip. Here's a preview of what it looks like. You are able to customize the template so it looks much better than what I'm showing you. The next step is to create your shipping label or to mark the order as shipped. On the dashboard screen, you will choose your sales order to print the shipping label. Your options are shipping through FedEx, UPS, or USPS through the shipping manager. The sales order will be updated with the shipping and tracking information. If you use another software for shipping, you can choose a sales order and mark them as shipped. To invoice your client, click into the sales order number and create the invoice. You are also able to print the packing slip from the invoice. Now let's talk about our purchase order management worksheet and what it can do for you. Let's go back to turn on the preference to enable purchase order management. Go to Edit, Preferences, Items and Inventory, Company Preferences, choose Advanced Inventory Settings. Under the Site Operations tab, make sure Enable Purchase Order Management is checked. Click OK, then click OK again to save any changes. To use the Purchase Order Management worksheet, go to the Vendor tab or Inventory tab at the top of the toolbar. Choose Purchase Order Management Worksheet. The Purchase Order Management Worksheet has two tabs. The Purchase Order tab lets you manage purchase orders, and the PO Progress tab lets you change and track the status of purchase orders. The Purchase Order tab dashboard shows your PO number, vendor name, number of items to receive, shipment carrier, the warehouse site, which you can choose, receive status, any open amount, the date of the purchase order, your sales order associated to your purchase order, and any notes are shown in the activity section. You can search for a particular purchase order by PO number, item name number, or sales order number in the memo field. You can also view your purchase orders by site, status, or vendor. I'm going to sort by open status to show only the open purchase orders. To send a purchase order for receiving, select the checkbox of the PO you want to receive. You can choose multiple POs to receive, assign a receiving site if multiple inventory sites are enabled, select the Send to Device drop-down menu, then choose to send to device, which sends the information to the app or mobile barcode scanner. Or you can print to receive, which will print the worksheet for manual receiving. You can also assign a receiving employee and add a note if needed, then send or print. Now I will demonstrate how to receive the items on my Android phone. My app is shown on the screen. To receive your items from a PO, click Receive. You can search by PO number or vendor name. Choose the site or keep it checked on all sites. Choose your PO. Scan your items to receive in, or manually enter the number or check full quantity. This screen shows the quantity expected, item name and description, along with bin location. Select your bin if it's different than the default. Add any notes pertaining to the order. Click Receive when finished. Click Update to send to QuickBooks, then Finish to complete the process. The next step is to click on the PO Progress tab. The Purchase Order Progress tab dashboard shows your purchase order number, vendor name, warehouse site, receiver information, the date it was created, order status, any notes, and next actions. You can sort by each row. For example, if we wanted to sort by status, we can click on the Status column tab in ascending or descending order. You can search for a particular purchase order by PO number, item name, number. You can also search your purchase orders by site, status, or vendor. You can choose how you want to proceed from the Actions drop-down menu. Here you can view the Receive list. This will open a form to manually receive items. You can create an items receipt, which will automatically create an item receipt for the selected purchase order. The third option is to create a bill, which will automatically create a bill for the selected purchase order. You can choose either to create bill or create item receipt from a received purchase order. Here's what it looks like when you create a bill with a received status. Let's go back to the home page. As we have demonstrated, QuickBooks Enterprise Platinum Edition allows you to use a mobile scanner to efficiently receive items from purchase orders or pick and pack items collected from a warehouse to complete sales orders. To use the mobile barcode scanner on a supported mobile scanner device or Android phone, you have to first add the device to the preference list along with the warehouse desktop app. Let's go back to our site operations preference to show where we added our device. Some of the supported mobile barcode scanner devices are Zebra TC20, 25, and 51. I've already added my Android phone along with installing the Desktop Warehouse Manager app found in the Play Store. After installed, your device works with the Warehouse Manager app to perform cycle counts, receive purchase orders, and pick and pack sales orders either manually or with a scanner. The device will send updated purchase orders and sales orders back to QuickBooks Enterprise. You'll also need to set up each warehouse worker assigned to fill or receive orders as a picker. This is done by setting up the worker in the vendor section. The names of all pickers added in QuickBooks will appear on the scanner. The first step to set up landed cost is to turn on Advanced Inventory located in QuickBooks Enterprise Platinum Edition. From the Edit menu, select Preferences, select Items in Inventory, then select Company Preferences. Select the Advanced Inventory settings, select the Landed Cost tab, then select the Setup Landed Cost account. You can create a new account or use an existing account if you've already used a workaround in the past. I'm going to set up a new account called Landed Cost to allocate. I have the option to choose the chart of account type as Other Current Assets or Cost of Goods Sold. I would recommend using Other Current Assets because the costs remain on the balance sheet side until you're ready to allocate the landed cost to your product. For the description, I'll enter assigned vendor bills for freight, custom duties, and other charges. Keep in mind that the landed cost to allocate is used as a clearing account that when everything is completed should show a zero balance. Click Save and Continue. In order to map shipping and handling items, you must have other charge accounts already set up in items. To see what we currently have, choose Add Item, then click the down arrow, and you can see the only account available is Finance Charge. That's not going to work for us. We need to add shipping and handling, custom duty, and insurance account in other charges. In order to create these new accounts to map, click Add Later. Then click OK, OK again, and then a third time to exit the preference screen. Before we create a new account, I'm going to go to the chart of accounts so that you can see the new account landed cost to allocate. It's listed as an other current asset with a zero balance. Again, this was created to be used as a clearing account. Now let's exit out of the chart of accounts and go to our home screen. To create new items for landed cost, you'll need to create the new items listing, the other charge account type. Let's select the item list, select item, then select new, choose other charge for the account type, and then we will create a new account called shipping and handling. We will also click on this item is used in assemblies or is a reimbursable charge to access the purchase description and expense fields. So in those fields, I will type in shipping and handling. And then we will also put in our expense account, which will be the landed cost to allocate. And then in order for the item to save, we have to add a sales account. So I'm just going to add a miscellaneous sales account. Then I'll click OK. And then once I save that, I will create another new account. And I will choose the other charge for the type. I will create the new account called Custom Duty. And I will click on this item is used in assemblies. And then I will add Custom Duty in the purchase and sales description. And then for the expense account, I will put in landed cost to allocate again. And I will add the miscellaneous sales. And then we'll click OK, and then we've got one more to add. And for that one, we will choose the other charge for type. And then we will create a new account called insurance. And then click on, you know the drill, this item is used in assemblies. And then in the purchase description and sales description, we'll just put insurance on shipment. And then for the expense account, you guessed it, the landed cost to allocate. And then the miscellaneous sales for our sales account. And then we'll click OK. And we are all set with adding our new items. Now we need to go back and map our shipping and handling items to the landed cost account. From the Edit menu, select Preferences, select Items in Inventory, then select Company Preferences, then select Advanced Inventory Settings, select the Landed Cost tab. Once you select that, it shows that the 3 expense items mapped automatically. Let's select the Manage Landed Cost account to take a closer look. Select Save and Continue to go to the next screen. As you see here, the insurance, custom duty, and shipping and handling items we created were automatically mapped with other charge as the type and landed cost to allocate as the current account and target account. If all your landed costs are added, select Save and Close or Add Later to exit the screen. Then click OK once, OK twice, and OK 3 times to exit the preference screen. Now that we've mapped the shipping and handling items, you can calculate your landed cost for any bill you add inventory and shipping items to. So let's get started. Bills are entered for freight, duties, import fees, and other product costs using the other charge items on the Items tab of Expense Transactions. In this example, we will enter a bill for custom duty paid on a shipment. Let's go to the Enter Bills, as you can see the icon here. And then when we go to fill out the bill, for the vendor, we're going to create a new vendor called Duties Are Us. We will add the new vendor. Next, you have to enter the date of the invoice. And since this is a sample file, it has the year 2025. So we'll just stick with that. We'll go with December 15th of 2025. And for the reference number, we'll just put 123 because I'm super creative like that. And then for the amount due, we'll put $1,000. And then next, we go to the items section, and we will use the items tab and select the other charge type, items assigned in the landed cost setup. I will use custom duty as the item and enter 1,000 as the cost, plus if you have a customer job or class or anything else that you need to add for that row. Once you're done with that, click Save. Then let's take a look at the transaction. So if you click Control Y to see the journal transaction, the accounting result is to increase debit the other current asset or cost of goods sold account, which is the landed cost to allocate, balance created during the setup, and increases, which is credits, the accounts payable accounts balance for the freight, duties, and other related costs. The 1,000 in custom duty needs to be allocated to Paulson's Lighting. Go into Enter Bills, click on the Find button, look up Paulson's Lighting. Choose the bill dated December 15th of 2025. We have 3 items that need to have the custom duty allocated to the cost. Select the Calculate Landed Cost button on the top right. The Calculate Landed Cost window will provide options for allocating cost. Under the shipping and handling costs, select Add Bills. You can sort your vendor names, allocation status, and by date. I will choose the custom date of December 15th of 2025. Our Duties Are Us bill shows with an unallocated status. That is the bill we want to allocate, so check mark and choose Add Bills to accept. Choose the amount you want to allocate. For example, if the total amount is for 2 separate vendor bills and you need to divide that amount in half, you would choose $500 to allocate. You can view details for more information regarding the bill. Now you need to choose how you want to allocate your bill. Okay, there's a lot in this section to go over, so let's first toggle over the Select button to see your options to divide your cost. The quantity will take the individual quantity of each item and divide it by the total quantity to get to your percentage amount. In this example, the total quantity of 10 plus 15 plus 20 is 45. To get the percentage to allocate, QuickBooks will divide 10, which is the first quantity in the first row, divided by 45. That comes out to 22.22% as your percentage. They do the same thing with your second row of 15 and divide that by 45, which comes out to 33.33%. And then on the last row, they have 20. They take 20 divided by 45 to get 44.44%. To get your duty cost per item, it will take that total amount to allocate, which is a $500, and times it by the percentage of each item for the total. The shipping and handling cost on the last column shows a total amount to be allocated, and that has to equal $500. You can also exclude an item from the allocation by unchecking the item. As you can see, QuickBooks will automatically adjust the amounts to be allocated. Easy peasy, right? If you choose percentage, the items are split in an equal amount. So say you have 3 items, which we do. The percentage amount will be 33.33, 33.33, and then 33.34. You can choose a unique amount to allocate per line as long as in the end it equals 100%. The amount is calculated by totaling the cost of each row, then dividing each one by the total cost. In this example, QuickBooks takes the totals of 400, 450, plus 960 for a total of 1,810. QuickBooks then takes the $400 cost and divides it by the $1,810. So for the first row, it will be 22.10 for your percentage to allocate. You will do the same for the other rows. And the last option you have is to choose the shipping and handling cost. Now this is manual. You can enter the cost of each item until it totals the $500. Again, keep in mind you can either include or exclude items from a specific vendor bill for allocating the cost. Let's select the quantity for this example. In the first row of item number P3261-06, you'll see the quantity is 10 with a cost of $40. So that is the average cost. So your total amount is $400. When you add in the shipping and handling cost or the custom duty fee, your landed cost ends up being $51.11, each with a total cost of $511.11. Now I will click Post to Bill. Once you post your bill, you will see that the landed cost updated successfully. The screen shows the items which list the original cost, any markup account, original sales price, and landed cost. You can enter the new selling price for each item, then choose Update and proceed to manually record the item with the new selling price. Otherwise, choose Skip and Proceed to keep pricing the same as before the landed cost was added. Let's look at the transaction before we save. Click Ctrl Y. The inventory asset account is increased, debited with the original cost, and accounts payable credited with the total of $1,810. Now let's click Save to record the transaction. Let's review the results now that it's saved. Enterprise maintains the original vendor bill amount by decreasing, crediting the other current asset account assigned in the landed cost preference. This setup for the amount of the allocated landed cost. So now the items total $2,310. The expenses, which consist of landed costs to be allocated, total $500. Let's look behind the scenes. Click Ctrl Y. The inventory asset account will be increased or debited with $511.11, $616.67, and $1,182.22. The accounts payable amount of $1,810 will remain the same. The landed cost account will increase or credit with the amount of the difference, which is the $500. All this will take place while not affecting the original amount being paid to the supplying vendor. Whew, right? Okay, now we can go behind the scenes and take a little more of a look at everything. So hopefully, I know this is overwhelming, but we'll get there. Let's exit out of our bill to go to our inventory item list. Search for the item P3261-06 61-06. Taking a look at the item, we see that the sales price stayed the same at $95. The cost shows $40 with the landed cost at $51.111. The average cost went from $40 to now $41.91 and some change, with 58 on hand, which totals $2,431.11. Keep in mind that the landed cost is only calculated on the 10 items from the Paulson's lighting bill. Now let's exit out of here and let's take a look at our inventory valuation detail on that same part number. Let's go into Reports, Inventory, Inventory Valuation Detail, and then I will customize the report to show the part number. If we do the calculations, we will have 48 parts or quantity at $40, which totals $1,920, and then once we have the landed cost in with the other bill, it shows $51.11 times 10, with a total of $511.11. So this equals the total $2,431.11. So there you go, those two total. Now I have some things for you to keep in mind. We'll exit out of here and we will go back to the bill Paulson's Lighting. So we'll go into the Enter Bills and we will find the bill. It was dated December 15th. So now that we're in the bill, you can remove the landed cost by choosing Remove Landed Cost. It takes it right out of there. So all that work we did today is gone. But I'm not going to do that. But just to let you know that it's possible. Another thing to keep in mind is that the financials are affected by the date of the bill. Let's say you change the date of this bill to an earlier date. Your financials will have a lower inventory balance from your balance sheet and show a higher cost of goods sold in your profit and loss. Let's exit and go to our chart of accounts. The landed cost to allocate shows the increase in $1,000 with the $500 allocated as a debit. Since we use the same date, the decrease is showing first. But if you look at the total left in the account to allocate, that shows that you still have $500 left. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe and click on the bell to be notified when I make another video about point of sale. Thank you, everybody.